Well, good morning. Today is Saturday, December 12th. Jeez, this month is going away fast, isn't it? But it's time for our weekly meeting highlights. So, how did I do this week? Let's take a look. I'm happy with the 1.2. So I've lost, I wrote it down here. I weighed 209.8 this morning. I broke that barrier again. I'm back into the next set of digits. That's always my goal, to get into the next set of digits. So my next real goal is to get to 100 pounds, but you've heard that for like how many years. But then if I can get into Wonderland, which is 9.9 pounds away, that gets me into my next set of digits, and that's what I want to do. I want to get into my next set of digits, and so I'm going to do it. I just know I'm going to do it. But anyway, I weighed 209.8, which was a 1.2 loss. My total loss is 94.4 pounds. I thought that if I lost 1.8, that would bring me back to my original greatest loss, but it really wasn't. My greatest loss is 95.2, so I have to lose another 0.8. I should do that by next week because I have a one pound goal each week, and so that's my goal. It's just a pound a week. I was hoping, if you watch my daily vlog, you know I was hoping for 1.8, but I'm not going to complain about a 1.2, especially 2 weeks before Christmas. I just know how hard it is this time of year to just simply maintain sometimes, but to lose weight, I think that's quite an accomplishment, and I'm very proud of myself for that. But the weekly meeting this week is boundaries, needing help, saying no, here's how. Now, I watched Joan's Pointed Plate on Wednesday, and she went over the meeting. She always does a great job. So if you ever want to get a different perspective, go over to Joan's Pointed Plate on Wednesdays and get her perspective of the meeting. Dish with Dee does one on Saturdays also. So, and I watched them all. And I did watch Joan's on Wednesday, and I knew that this is what it was about, but somehow I can remember things from years ago, but ask me something from a few minutes ago, it's out the window. I've forgotten it already. But I forgot that that's what it was, and yesterday my topic on my daily vlog was about just saying no to yourself, to putting yourself first, rather. Just putting yourself first, not realizing that this is what the meeting highlight was about, because I don't read it until I read it with you. I watched, like I said, I watched Joan's on Wednesday, get her opinion of it, but I don't read my own until today. I usually print it off like last night. Friday night's usually when I print it off. Enough about that. Need help saying no? Here's how. The holiday season is busy. No matter how well you plan, there are always last-minute invitations or gotcha moments that pop up. Okay, now we can tell that this was written previous to COVID because there's not any last-minute invitations coming out this year. It's just, no. It's like we're not celebrating this year. We're celebrating within our own little bubbles and stuff, but it's a different Christmas this year. It's a different holiday season. That might be one of the reasons I'm doing so well, but you know, I look back on my tracker, I've always done well over the holidays because I put a little bit more emphasis on paying attention, which I should do all year round, but I don't. And I should. I really should, because I would reach my goals that much quicker. But I think that this was written, this is like I think after you've been with Weight Watchers for so long, because I've been almost 4 years, on December 31st, I'll be here 4 years. And it only stands to reason they're going to rehash topics that you've already gone over. But this could be new to somebody else, and that's why I don't have a problem reviewing it. A great part and a key part of setting boundaries, especially during this time of year, is learning to say no so you can properly prioritize, two big words right together, properly prioritize yourself and your goals while maintaining your relationships. This is what you need to do. Use these steps the next time you need to effectively decline an offer, but don't want to offend the person asking you. I have a problem with this sentence, only because people that know that you're truly trying to lose weight, and they can see that you're doing really well, aren't going to tempt you. They, for the most part, the people in my life aren't going to tempt me. And even especially if I'm doing poorly, I think they go out of their way to be a little bit more supportive of me, and I think that's why I've done so well in my journey, is because I've got very supportive subscribers, family members, friends, they all know, and they don't get offended. But I guess if you're just new to the program and people don't really know you're on a weight loss program, this might affect you, and these are some tips that might help you. I'll go with that part of it. Number 1, take a neutral path when describing your situation so you can minimize any heightened emotions or blame. An example is, I appreciate you offering me an extra piece of your chocolate cake. Okay, I must not have really good friends because my friends, even when I was fat, never offered me an extra piece of cake. I always had to ask, can I have another piece of cake? And they never told me no. But they probably thought, you don't need an extra piece of cake, Sandy. But they would never tell me no. So, I don't know, I don't like that one. And another example is, that's so nice of you to include me in your Zoom holiday happy hour. Sometimes you might not just have the time for this. This one I don't have a problem with. I know we're all stuck at home. I know that. But I'm doing online shopping. I still got wrapping to do. I still am going to make like fudge for my family because I make fudge every year for Christmas. That's my tradition that I do with my family. I don't make cookies, although I do buy the Pillsbury sugar cookies, and then the grandkids always decorate them. We're not going to do that this year. We do gingerbread houses. The grandkids do that. I'm not going to do that this year. My cousin Lynn always brings gingerbread cookies from Toronto for them to decorate. Another thing, not doing. So I still have more time that I could have been doing this stuff. I really could do it on a Zoom class or Zoom with my grandkids, but I think that other than playing their video games, they're just done with being on the computer because they're all going to school virtually, and they're just been there, done that, had enough of that type of thing. Unless it's playing a game, they don't have a problem being on their phone, their iPads and stuff for games. But for anything like that, I think that they wouldn't have a problem. They wouldn't want to do it. Number 2 is acknowledge the person's POV, which is point of view, and what she might want out of the situation. I understand that sometimes somebody might have gone out of their way to make something special, and if you're really honest with yourself, a taste, I know that they say BLTs, bites, licks, and taste, you should always track, and I completely agree with that. But that first taste of something is better than that third or fourth taste of something. We all know, like, if you put a little Hershey Kiss in your mouth, that tastes like it just hits the spot. It just really hits the spot. For 2 points, it's so worth it for 2 points. And when you have the second kiss, it's just, you know, it's chocolate. Okay, I like chocolate. I love chocolate, but it's not, it doesn't give me the same satisfaction as that first Hershey Kiss that I had. So if somebody's really wants you something and you don't really want to hurt their feelings, but you really don't want it, I would just take a small, I'll have a small little taste. Could you just put a little bit on a fork for me to taste? That's all I really want to do. And I wouldn't even worry about tracking like a bite of something, unless it's something like really extravagantly high in points. But I think, and then just say, you know what, I'm really kind of, I know you put a lot of effort into that, and I really would just like to taste it, just like a little taste. You know, like licking the mixers, like when you were a kid, you're licking the mixers from that when your mom made cakes or brought, you know. Why was it we could lick the cake batter back then, but we can't lick the cake batter now? Because we get salmonella. Why didn't we get salmonella back then? But anyway, so I did that. And another example is your invitation was beautiful and festive. I guess I don't understand that one. Acknowledge the person's point of view and what she might want to do in this example. Oh, that's the answer you could do, I guess. I'm kind of lost on that one, I'll be honest with you. If you know what they're talking about, let me know. The example that they give you to acknowledge the person's point of view and what she might want out of the situation. Your invitation was really beautiful and festive. How is that supposed to get you out of the situation? Help me, Rhonda, help me, Rhonda. And anybody else, not only Rhonda's, anybody else, because I'm lost on that one. Number 3, be as transparent as you're comfortable with and explain why you're saying no. If they're good friends, you shouldn't have to go into a very long explanation. You really shouldn't. And if it's somebody you don't really know, you're never going to see again. Why do you really care? How many times have you gone by something? Now, see, now I never taste sample anything at stores. I just don't know where that person's been. I don't know if they've washed their hands. I don't know how long that stuff's been sitting out. I don't know how, if somebody's touched it. This is even before the pandemic. I've never tried a free sample of anything, unless it was in a wrap. It was a wrapped item. I've never tried in a free sample. So I wouldn't have a problem with just saying no on some occasion like that. And like I said, that if it's a family member that really, really wants me to try something, I think I'm comfortable enough to say, you know, I really don't want to try it right now. Can I bring it home? And I really would try it at another time. I really would. But maybe at that particular moment I wouldn't. But the example they give you is, I'm going to pass on a second serving because I'm working on stopping eating when I'm feeling satisfied. That makes sense. That really does make sense. Oh, I guess these are the answers of what you should say. Now I figured it out. Didn't take me long. It only took me, what, 10 minutes to figure out what they're doing. And you're coming here for me. I don't get it. I just don't. Anyway, and the other example is, I'm feeling overloaded with so much screen time and I'm trying to limit my video calls. Okay, I think they got those mixed up because that should have been with the Zoom thing. All right, I'm really confused on this one. I'm confused on all of these. I don't know, maybe I'm just not reading something right. And I had a good night's sleep. I slept 8 hours last night. I usually only sleep 6 or 7. Maybe I got too much sleep. I don't know. Number 4, if you're turning down, oh, I couldn't read that. If you're turning down something from a close friend, offer an alternative idea in return. An example is, okay, now I get it. I should start this video all over again, but I won't, because now you get to see what a doofus I was. Example is, can I take a piece of cake home for tomorrow? Or, I'd love to catch up with you this week, but how about on a phone call? Okay, it only took me 3 steps in to figure out what there was going on. Okay. Oh well. Such is life. Such is life with Sandy. Sometimes I know what's going on, sometimes I don't. Today's one of these days I guess I don't know what's going on. I probably should start all over again, but I'm not going to because I'm already almost 13 minutes into this. But anyway. So when they want you to take a neutral path, they want you to say, I appreciate you offering me an extra piece of chocolate cake, but I don't really need it. And when they say acknowledge the person's point of view on what you might want out of the situation, just say, well, your invitation was really beautiful and very festive. And if we want you to be as transparent as you're comfortable with and explain why you're saying no, say, I'm feeling overloaded with so much screen time. Oh no, I'm going to pass on a second serving because I'm working on stopping eating when I feel satisfied. And the last one is, if you're turning down something from a close friend, offer an alternative idea in return. I'd love to catch up with you this week on a phone call. Okay, I did that all in less than a minute. Oh, all over the place today. If you're new to my channel, I'm usually not this scatterbrained. I'm truly, truly not. Go back and look at some of my past meeting highlights and you'll see I'm a little bit more on the ball than I was today. I can't explain it. It's another song. I think it was by The Who. I can't explain. Anyway, the recipe is for shredded potato and carrot latkes. I have never had a latke, but I'll leave that at the end. Yeah, I like everything in it, but I've never had one. I might make that this week. How many points is it? Oh, it's only 1 point. You know, I might make this week, one of these days. Because I have the carrots, I have the potatoes, I have everything in here. Yeah, check out tomorrow on my daily vlog. I'm going to do a menu plan, and I'm going to have these one of these days this week. For 1 point, it's not bad. How many does it make? Oh, 16. Ooh, I'm going to have to figure out a way to bring that down. They're 1 point each. I would probably eat 3. I don't know how well they would freeze. If anybody's made these before, let me know. Can you freeze these? Because Jim won't eat this, because it's got carrots in it. He won't eat a vegetable in it. Although I could probably fool him and see if he'll eat it. We'll see. Anyway, 209.8, 1.2 loss, 94.4 total. I'm happy with that. If you're new to my channel, I'm usually not this scatterbrain. Trust me, I'm truly not. Today, for some reason, I am. And subscribe, leave a comment, hit the like button, share, and stay safe. And check me out on my daily vlog, where I'm a little bit more coherent. Okay, I'll talk to you guys either on my daily vlog or I'll see you next week.